think I fully regret buying a house now.
I think I kind of regret buying a brand new truck at this point because it doesn't really make me any happier.
I'm going to hold your hand when I tell you this. You do not need any more fast food.
So before you buy stuff or put things on your wish list, ask yourself if you're really gonna wear them.
Lock up both her and her husband's credit card. You know that scene in Confessions of a Shopaholic where she freezes her credit cards in a block of ice just to stop herself from spending? Well, today's video is basically people who should be doing that very same thing. Impulse buys, luxury splurges, and some purchases so out of pocket that you'll genuinely question why. But before we get started, about 3% of you are subscribed to my channel. If you want to see videos that come out twice a week, hit that subscribe button. Now let's get into the video. When I spend money on DoorDash and the food is not worth it, and now I'm regretting it. I think this is really relatable to a lot of us. We spend money on DoorDash. You're already paying the fees, in case you don't have like the Dash Pass or whatever gets rid of the fees. And then you have to tip your driver. And then the food is already, and I believe this is what they do all across the country, right? Is they increase the prices on DoorDash rather than in their actual restaurant because it costs a lot more for them to be on DoorDash, so you're paying that extra DoorDash premium that's passed on to you. When you buy new clothes and low-key regret buying it because it looked better in the store. I feel that way, especially when I go jeans shopping. I don't know if men feel this way, but ladies, I think you guys have all felt this universal feeling when you put on jeans in the store and you're like, okay, maybe I do look kind of good today in these jeans. Then you take it home and then you get into your actually well-lit home and you just look kind of like crap and your self-esteem is shot for the rest of your day. So I understand that. And jeans are not getting any cheaper. So just take them back. If you don't like it, don't let it sit in your closet collecting dust. Oh girl, she said, I can't stop shopping. I mean, as I opened with Confessions of a Shopaholic, if you do genuinely have a shopping addiction, I think everyone who has one needs to watch that movie. It's absolutely funny. It has Isla Fisher in it. Love that actress. She's so funny. It really is an addiction. You can be addicted to anything. I personally am addicted to my phone. I love being on my phone and doing all of that sort of stuff. Whereas if you are shopping just to fill a void, my old roommate would order Amazon all the time. There was not a week where we did not have an Amazon package. I'm like, girl, what are you doing? What are you spending money on?
I just got $550 worth of groceries because we're not eating out in 2026. Except for today, because I already did groceries, so I can't do groceries and cook on the same day. Like, you can't do both.
Girl, you can do both. I do understand the sentiment, and it looked like she had McDonald's or something like that. Whatever, it is what it is. But you did spend $550 on groceries, so you better use those groceries. Not watch me find out I maxed out my credit card. Girl, unable to process at this time. I mean, you don't know what her limit is. If it's like a $500 limit, it's so easy to reach that threshold. Now, if it's in the several thousands, we got some issues. When you press confirm order and the instant regret hits you like a train. Like I don't know if I can say this, but like a post-Dash or post-Uber Eats clarity. Like once you realize, oh, I'm gonna get the food that I order. Sometimes I would do that and I'm like, I don't even want this food anymore. Well, you're gonna have to eat it and hopefully it'll last you a while. His caption says, fast food and fast spending are stealing your future. Take it back.
I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this. You do not need any more fast food. You got a problem. You do not need any more retail therapy. You need to focus on addressing the problems you have, getting a budget together, and sticking to that budget.
People are just out here willy-nilly, and we'll see in the later videos here, just spending hundreds, if not thousands, on people bringing food to them. Maybe it's like a uniquely American problem, North American problem, yes, whatever. Maybe it's like more of an American problem because we are so car dependent, and in order to go get food, you can't just walk outside and walk to your nearest grocery store. I'm currently in Europe. I barely even use the bus or trams or whatever to go grocery shopping. I just walk over to the closest grocery store, which takes me 10-15 minutes to walk to. Or if I really wanted to get fast food, it's everywhere. I can just get food wherever. Whereas if you're especially in an American suburb, or God forbid, somewhere in no man's land in rural America, it's way more convenient. And I know that's an excuse, but it really is more convenient. Like, think about The closest restaurant to you. How long would it take you to walk to that restaurant?
I found out today that people go to rehab because they have a shopping addiction. Like, legit go to rehab, check themselves in, live there for 30 days, all because they're addicted to shopping. I thought the addiction was just cute and not that big of a deal, but apparently not.
No, girl, addictions are not cute in the slightest. You can be addicted to anything. And I think an addiction is classified where it actually consumes your life. That's why it's an addiction and it's detrimental to your life. If you have a shopping addiction, God bless you. I hope you have money to support that addiction because it is really serious.
Prime example of overconsumption and micro trends right here. This was a micro trend from this winter. Like, I saw so many people get these for Christmas. Shein, already in the thrift store. So before you buy stuff or put things on your wish list, ask yourself if you're really gonna wear them and if you really need them.
That's another thing. If that is just from last Christmas, that vest, that trend, Zara already sped up with fast fashion, making trends a lot faster than they were in previous years and decades. But now with TikTok, there was like blueberry nail trends or espresso clothing trend, makeup. We just need to chill out because I get that they are pumping out these pieces and they look so cute. Like, that was a really cute vest. Why couldn't you just keep it another year or even longer? And another thing with pumping out all of these different clothing items is they don't last as long either. So maybe they had to. I didn't see the quality of the fabric, but if it's Shein, it's gonna be cute looking fashion because they do all of the trends, but it's not gonna be sustainable, last as long as, a well-made cotton shirt or something like that.
Sustainable things I regret buying. After I bought reusable straws, this was the next reusable purchase I made, and it's these plastic little mason jar reusable bags. Really hard to wash, still made of plastic, and they fell apart pretty easily. Now I use jars or Tupperware for snacks or a stasher bag. For some reason I was obsessed with the idea of bamboo utensil kits. Though it worked pretty well and came in handy, I absolutely did not need to buy one. I just got utensils for my kitchen and wrapped them in a little towel. Does the same exact job and doesn't cost any money.
She kind of lost me on the plastic mason jar bags. Because if we look at them, they just look like stickers, but I think it's like see-through here. And there's like gummy bears in one or gummy worms and then chips or pepperoni or something in there. Just get a Ziploc bag at that point. Like, what is you can make Ziploc bags reusable. They're pretty sturdy as well. That one just took me out. Again, mason jars, I love mason jars. I love glass items. You can use them for a lot of different things, canning foods, drinks, other things like that. What was the other one? Utensils. You don't need bamboo utensils. I mean, bamboo is very sustainable because it grows very fast and stuff like that. But if you already have utensils and they work fine, just use those.
I regret buying this house. That's what I've been thinking every single day for like the past 2 months. It has been hell and I lost control and I was just able to gain back control. There's nothing that sucks more than working so hard to achieve a goal like this and to not even feel at home in my own house is absolutely heartbreaking. Like, I worked so hard for this house and I've been homeless before and I should be grateful and I am, but with everything going on, it's kind of hard to, but I'm ready and I have a mindset to completely take ownership of this house and move forward from here on out. I wanted to do everything at once, which was a big mistake. Every single house owner that I've spoken to just told me the same thing. It's a process, it's baby steps, and you're not going to get everything done in one day. Give yourself grace, just focus on the things you need to focus on, and the rest will fall into place.
That would suck though, regretting her house. She didn't really go into detail on what she regrets. I can only assume, and I'm making assumptions now. So when you buy a house, it's the biggest purchase, one of the biggest purchases you will ever make in your life. And you also don't get it furnished, right, in your house. So you're gonna have to buy appliances, potentially. You're gonna have to buy furniture to furnish the actual house. And depending on how big that house is, the bigger the house, the more furniture you need to furnish the house. Also, maintenance costs. You don't have a landlord that you just call up, ring, ring, ring. Can you fix this? No, you are now the fixer-upper. You need to fix that house. Boiler's broken. I don't even want to think about how many thousands of dollars that is leaving your wallet just so that you can have a warm home.
I make well enough to afford my truck. I have a 2022 Ram Limited. This thing's fucking sweet, right? It's literally top of the line, whatever. I don't really like it. Like, I have a 2000 GMC Sonoma back here. I don't know if you can see it, but I fucking love driving that thing. 4-wheel drive, V6 manual. It doesn't have heated seats, doesn't have a heated steering wheel like this thing does, and it doesn't have 4 doors. But I don't really think that this truck is worth 10 times the amount as my other truck. My wife has a Tacoma up there. That thing's sweet, but I don't think that thing's worth 8 times the amount as my Sonoma. I think I kind of regret buying a brand new truck at this point because it doesn't really make me any happier. You know, I thought it would, but we live, we learn, I guess.
I think that's all a part of the consumerism mindset. You need to always be upgrading and leveling up your life. When he says, I got the thing that's supposed to level up my life, but I would rather just drive my old car that was doing just fine. I enjoy driving it more. I don't know if he could maybe take the car back. He might be underwater on that loan if he does have a car loan, or maybe he did buy it outright, which, I mean, if you're able to do that on something that costs 10 times your old car's value, good for you. Do not fall for the mindset that you always need to get something newer, bigger, better. As he learned, he doesn't necessarily need all the bells and whistles, the heated car seat, the heated steering wheel, whatever else, four car doors. Learn to love what you already have.
I think I fully regret buying a house now. Like, it's not the worst choice I ever made, but it's so expensive. But at the same time, it's exactly what rent would be costing me anyways. I'm almost an hour away from where I want to be and almost an hour away from work. It's a lot of upkeep, a lot of maintenance. I feel like the housing market could crash at any minute, and interest rates were high when I bought it, and so were prices. Rationalized it by telling myself, well, it's the same amount as rent, and I should get something back out of it at the end of the day, which honestly at this point might not even be true, and I'm far away from everything, and I have an hour-long commute, and I'm tired, and I'm in a 3-bedroom house, and I live alone. I'm very thankful that I'm able to do this. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know if it was the right choice, and I'm stressing over it right now. I've only been here for like 8 months. I don't know what to do.
I mean, that's the thing. People say that you should get a house because, well, I'm already paying for someone's mortgage. It might as well be my mortgage that I pay for. But you forget all the little details. Again, as I was talking about furnishing your new place, maintenance on the new place, other things. He has a dog. So there are we forget about property taxes if you have that in your state. Other BS taxes. Some people are in an HOA. If you have a house and you're in an HOA, ooh, that's not great. And another thing is we don't need to rush off into getting a house all to ourselves, especially when it's more inconvenient. He said, work is an hour away, the town's an hour away, or when you're so far from everything, is it even worth it? Unless you really want to protect your peace, think a little bit more into your house. I'm sure he's gonna be fine with it. He has a dog, so it makes more sense to have a house and have a yard to provide your dog with a much better living situation than if you were to rent.
So I thought we were smart enough not to get suckered into a timeshare. So we went to go claim our little free vacation. We knew we were gonna go to a timeshare. I've never been to one before, so I didn't really know what to expect. But they were so pushy. Like, we kept saying no, 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 no. And then he brought his manager, and then we still said no, 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 no. And then he brought his manager, and we were like, no, 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 no. But then at the end of the day, we ended up signing. I don't know how it happened, but we did. And they were like, where are you gonna go on your first vacation? And we said, Hawaii. And then they got up and they were like, hello everyone, Mr. and Mrs. Cortez are gonna go to Hawaii. And everybody started clapping for us, and it felt so good. And then when we got home, we actually looked at the paper and we were like, bro, like, all these days are not gonna be available. This is a scam.
So I think there is a trend, or there was like a lot of information on TikTok and Instagram Reels where people are like, just go to the timeshare events. They'll get you like free massages, sometimes even free vacations. It looks like the Cortez family was suckered into actually getting a timeshare instead of actually just sitting through all of the BS that is spewed out of the salesman's mouth. I think I would get pressured into buying a timeshare. I would never go to these things. Do your research if you're going to try to do something like this. Otherwise, you're going to end up like them.
Why are you in a bunch of debt, 27 years old?
I spent like 10K going to Europe.
Oh.
Yeah, for 5 weeks. And I know that it's not going to make me look good and people are going to have opinions about this, but I honestly do not regret that for a second.
Well,
It gave me like a reason to want to live again. Honestly, when I quit my job, I had 10 to 15K saved up. like
wow.
as emergency
Why'd you quit your
savings.
job?
It was a tough work environment. It was basically one of those things where the boss felt like a Bravo reality TV show. Like he was the villain, but also
jeez.
like super hectic and a lot going on. So I'm grateful for the experience and I'm really glad I left there. But I do try to take on freelance clients if it's worth it. But right now I'm just trying to focus on my new job.
So it sounds like she doesn't regret spending $10K on 5 weeks in Europe. It would have to be a very luxurious vacation. I have been in Europe for a while now. I have not spent $10,000 and I started in November, December, January, February. I'm 4 months in. Maybe spent like $6,000 traveling around Europe, but I do it on a month-to-month basis. So right now you aren't able to see my view here, but I'm currently in Albania and I have a seaside view. I can literally see the water. I can see Italy from my view. And this place didn't cost me more than $700 a month to be in. But you know what? People vacation differently. They want to do things a little bit differently. I like going on a slow madding journey. So I'm glad she doesn't regret her vacation. If I was her, I would regret spending 10 grand on 5 weeks in Europe.
It was the first thing I would think about when I woke up. There would be times where I could hit 14 hours a day screen time quite easily. You keep looking and looking and looking in the same way someone might keep drinking and drinking and drinking because they haven't quite reached the point of escapism that they were hoping to reach. This is the main room in my flat where I keep everything. I would say there's probably over 500 items in here. The biggest collection I've got is jackets. I think there's about 80. Probably got at least 100 pairs of footwear. It's like a physical and an emotional drowning because you don't know how to stop it.
Addiction of substances. People who are addicted to substances, usually that's something that everyone can see. It's very easy to tell because sometimes people with addictions can do harm unto others. So that's when other people get involved and notice your life and your addiction. What are those like intervention that we would have on, I believe, TLC or shows like that where, you know, your family knows, your friends know, sometimes it's so bad even your coworkers know. When it's a shopping addiction, maybe they would be able to tell like, hey, I have never seen you wear the same clothing item more than once. But you would really have to be more observant to tell someone has a shopping addiction, unless they're always telling you about stuff that they're purchasing.
Come with me to return $300 worth of stuff. I have a shopping problem and I am trying to get out of that. So I am returning all these things that I do not need. I have to go to 5 different stores. So let's go do that. So I just did 2 returns at Marshall's and 1 at Five Below, and now I am at Ross going to return a shirt that I got. Okay, so now I'm here about to return some $129 Adidas. That's done. And the last thing I need to return are these pink Adidas. They're so cute, but I have like 40 pairs of shoes. So I really don't need them. So I finished with all of my returns. And yeah, my goal for 2025 is just to stop with the over-consuming. I have too many shoes, I have too many clothes, I have too much of everything. Like I have everything I need. So there's no reason for me to be buying things right now.
I mean, that's a great goal, is to stop overconsumption anytime. Because if you can't afford it, and also if it just takes over your life, it's good that she's returning $300 worth of stuff. I mean, yeah, you don't need the Snoopy wrapping paper, Hello Kitty wrapping paper, shoes that you already have, what she said, 40 pairs of shoes. If you have 40 pairs of shoes, they better be worn out before you go get some new shoes. Not to shoe shame. And see, like, I can't understand shopping addiction because I've never been addicted to shopping. Maybe it's because as a child, my mom would always take me to like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and shop home goods and shop with her. And it was just an excruciating experience because I just wanted to be at home or playing outside. And maybe that's why I have more an aversion to shopping and stuff like that. Like most of my clothes, my mother purchased for me, like this shirt was hers. And I just took it because I'm like, I'm not gonna go out and buy something new. So I do wish I could understand them a little bit more, but you gotta find something different.
Things I regret buying on the TikTok shop. Trying to save you money because I wasted mine. Starting off strong with the fan blade cleaner. What was wrong with me just cleaning my fan blades like I always have with the Swiffer instead of having another big honking tool to hang around? All of the niche t-shirts. I'll give you 2 wears tops and you're going to be sick of them. The entire Medicube bundle. Trying to figure out what order to use them all in. and where to store them at gave me wrinkles instead of curing them. This miracle, finally be able to concentrate and get your life together supplement. Why was I trying to buy medicine on TikTok? The bath bomb surprise jewelry. No, just for so many reasons, no. Anything from either of these two brands. I wanted to like them so much, but your house will not smell like this. Your laundry will not smell like this. They don't last. They don't work. This hair identifier spray. It was real fun until I realized that it was making me dust my house like Amelia Bedelia. So yeah, save your money.
Yeah, TikTok shop is incredibly dangerous. I switched my TikTok from being in the United States to just any other country because I think TikTok shop is only in the US. I don't think even Canada has it yet. But every other reel that you see on TikTok in the United States is just an ad for something that people are trying to peddle. As she was saying, health supplements. Why are you buying health supplements on the TikTok? Don't do that. Or like, you know, personalized medicine. I'll see candy on there. It's just all an ad trying to get you to spend money on stuff.
Let's expose some of my worst overconsumption purchases. First up, we have this Loungefly backpack. And as you can tell, it is brand new. I've not even taken the straps out. It's still full of the packing paper. I saw a video on TikTok of a Loungefly seller responding to a comment asking which were some of the least popular Loungefly bags, and they listed this one, and I felt sorry for the bag, so I just needed it. But clearly I do not, because I've had this for over 2 years now. I bought this when I was pregnant. Miniverse, Make It Mini Birthday. And by birthday, they obviously mean unbirthday, because this is very much inspired by the unbirthday party from Alice in Wonderland. I follow a couple creators on here who are like Alice in Wonderland specific collectors. I really should unfollow them because it's just constant temptation. But I saw one of them do a very nice video making this set, and I needed it. Again, this is a theme, and now I have it, and I've had this for over a year at least. Is a Breastmilk jewelry kit. This was actually purchased for me by my husband a year ago to celebrate a year of breastfeeding our twins, and it's a beautiful gold necklace which you can make using your breast milk, and he got me this, and my first thought was, one necklace? I need to buy all of these forms to make all of this additional jewelry. The frozen breast milk is still sitting in my fridge. You know what? I just saw that this actually includes an LED lamp, so it might work for the Miniverse table as well if I ever get around to making it.
Lock up both her and her husband's credit cards in the freezer immediately. Actually, into the incinerator. Ice will not stop these people. I'm still kind of stuck on the breast milk jewelry. I'm not opposed to, you know, women using stuff or whatever. It just feels a little bit weird to me. Maybe I just won't touch that, but does anyone think that's a little bit weird?
Expensive items that I regret buying, part 5. I've been trying really hard to be very smart with my money and really thinking purchases through, which I feel like I have been, but I do have a handful of products that I wish I thought a little bit harder on because they are just not worth my money. This first item pains me a little bit to admit, so I'm going to need all of my jewelry connoisseurs to leave their opinions, but I was gifted this Tiffany hardware necklace for my birthday 4 years ago. I picked it out, I wanted it so badly, and it was like half the price that it is now, and I just rarely wear it, but it's so beautiful that I don't know what to do about it. This is what it looks like on. It's very beautiful. I just never reach for it, and it makes me sad. Like, maybe I just need to wear it, even though it's kind of a lot for like the everyday wear. But let me know what you guys think. I was dabbling in the idea of selling it and putting that money towards a piece that I would wear every single day. Back in the spring, I got these sandals from Hermes, and I really like them because they were different. I love the Kelly buckle, and they are so uncomfortable. And you could ask all of my friends. I never get blisters. My feet never hurt. These really, really hurt my feet right here. They are just so uncomfortable, and it's so sad because I think they are very gorgeous. I always get sucked into trendy sunglasses, and I don't know why I keep doing it to myself because I'm just gonna end up selling them. These Tom Ford ones do not look good on me, but everyone was wearing them, and I was so influenced because I think they're very cool. I think there's a certain style of like cool girl that can pull these off, and I sadly cannot. I just feel like they are so out of my comfort zone, and I just look really silly in them, but I really, really love the girls who can wear them and pull them off because I think they are so chic and so cool. As you guys know, I am a Louis Vuitton Magenta connoisseur. I love mine. I've had it for almost a decade, and last fall I got the small size. This is the PM, and this is just way too small, and I really never wear it or use it because it's just kind of impossible to write on. Last thing I want to share is this foundation from Chanel. As you guys know, I love Chanel Beauty, and I just can't get behind this foundation. This is the Le Beige Water Fresh tint, and this is just too lightweight for me, too watery, and I just hate it, honestly. So I never ever use this, and it's kind of sad because it's definitely an expensive foundation.
See, I would normally say that you should return things that hurt you, but can you return luxury items? Let me look it up. Okay, so Hermes actually does allow returns or exchanges within 30 days of delivery for items in original or unused condition with packaging and receipts. Online purchases can be returned via complimentary FedEx or in some stores. So personalized items are not returnable. That makes sense. And store returns in the US are limited to exchange or store credit. Okay, so she wouldn't be able to exchange it anyway since you would have used it. That does kind of suck. But I'm actually just kind of shocked that they do even allow for returns at a luxury brand. Like Hermes is very, very high-end luxury. Well, there you have it, folks. Have you regretted any sort of purchase, such as a piece of clothing, a car, a frickin' house? Let me know your thoughts below. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, and I'll see you in the next one.